Well, hi and welcome. In this video we're going to be talking about smart objects. Now, what are smart objects? Why are they so smart? And do they object a lot? Well, they are a very powerful tool in Photoshop that we should all be using because they rock. Now, later on in the video we're going to be going into more detail on them, but in this introduction I'm just going to tell you a little story that a friend of mine told me a few years ago when smart objects came out, and I was really struggling to get my head around them. And he said, well, imagine that you've got a photograph and you're really proud of this photograph. Here it is. And then one of the kids gets hold of one of these and he writes all over it. And of course these indelible, it don't come off. Once you put it on, it doesn't come off. So you've basically got a ruined photograph. Well, a smart object is a little bit like an indestructible envelope. And once you've put your image in this envelope and you've sealed the top, then it's indestructible. So you can write on the front of the envelope, you can scale the envelope, you can rotate the envelope, you can do anything you like with this envelope, and you don't harm a single pixel on the head of the image that's inside. Okay, so that's generally how they work, how smart objects work. So let's have a delve deeper into smart objects now. My name's Ken Fisher and this is LiveLink Training. Now, smart objects are layers that contain image data from raster or vector images such as Photoshop or Illustrator files. Smart objects preserve an image's source content with all the original characteristics, enabling you to perform non-destructive editing to the layer. Well, all that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Now, as I said in the introduction, smart objects can mess with your head. So I think we've actually got to the point where we can realise that we've just got this non-destructive envelope to put them in. Okay, well, this is an image of an avocet that I captured at the RSPB Nature Reserve of Titchwell Marsh in Norfolk. And it's looking pretty good. It's plonking about in the mud, having a right old time, searching for some food. Okay, first we're going to duplicate the document. I'm going to do that from the image menu and down to duplicate. And then we'll call this one Muddy Feet. Let's call it SO for Smart Object. And I'll click OK. So now I've got two documents exactly the same. So I'm clicking back on Muddy Feet and we'll start with this one. And what I'm going to do now is a really a dumb thing to do, but I'm going to do a massive transformation on it. So I'm going to go to transform, which is Control and T. But before I do that, I've got to take the padlock off because transform won't work on background layers. And then I'm going to be again Control and T for transform, and then I'm going to transform this really teeny tiny, something like that. And then I'm going to double click or click the tick to accept it. And then I'm going to transform it back again. So I'm going to go to Control and T and transform it right back to its original size. And then double click to accept. And I think you can see it's a not very happy avocet. As you can see, we've trashed the image by throwing much of it away. Now let's have a look at this other image, the same one, what we called Muddy Feet SO. Now we're going to start by converting that now to a smart object. So we're going to put this image now in an indestructible envelope. So I'm going to right click on the layer and I'm going to select Convert to Smart Object. And you can see what it's done now. It's now got a little weird sign there that means it's a smart object. So this is my smart object envelope. So now let's do exactly the same transform. So I'm going to go Control or Command and T if you're on a Mac. And this is now a smart object. I'm going to drag it right down and make it teeny tiny again. And double click. And then I'm going to retransform it back up to its original size again. So I'm doing exactly the same as I did before. And look at that. A perfectly happy avocet playing around in the mud. And we can see here that This is the pixel based layer which we've basically trashed. This is the layer that's inside the non-destructive envelope and we can't do anything to it. Is that not cool? Okay, let's have a quick look at them side by side. I'm going to go to window arrange and we'll try tool vertical. There we are. I'll just get rid of the layers panel so you can see it. And here we can see this is the trashed version, which was the pixel based layer, and this is the smart object layer, absolutely pristine. Well, that's a basic explanation of smart objects. Pixel based layers don't react well to heavy editing. It's destructive in nature. Put your image in a smart object, indestructible envelope, and you can throw what you like at it and not a single pixel will be harmed. Okay, well that's it for this video, but don't rush off yet. If you're a fan of the printed page, don't forget to check out the More area under the video and click on the link to download a free ebook that goes through everything that we've done in this video. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, or even better, leave a comment under the video. And please click on the subscribe button to help me to grow my Photoshop learning community. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.